everyone, my name is AljudeG.
I'm DancingCorgi.
And I'm Nevz.
And welcome to the first episode of Podkain, which is our podcast led by your very own Oasis boys. So first off, shout out to all the Spotify listeners there. If you do want to see this episode in full, you can catch this on YouTube. And Podkain. So why are we calling it Podkain? Well, basically, we're a bunch of, boys chilling around, basically having a chill conversation over some food. So, I don't know, what are we eating today?
Well, today we're actually going to be eating 24 chicken. I'm actually excited for this one because, 24 chicken is very famous nowadays. So let's take a look at what we have right here. Ooh, unboxing experience.
Okay, we got the chicken in front of us now. I'm just gonna touch it a little bit, trying to get some sounds in.
Some what?
For the experience. Like, no, bro. Like, hear me. we're already off to a great start. Trying to just get some of the little ASMR in. Now, what's your guys' favorite chicken? Do you guys have a favorite chicken flavor?
Well, for me, I honestly like just regular chicken with the gravy. Or I'm not kidding though. It's actually
That's so basic, bro.
Oh,
did you just call me basic for loving original glazed fried chicken? Hey, shout out to all of those, regular fried chicken enjoyers there. But hey, no hate on the people that love flavors though. I love flavors as well. But like,
What's this?
What did you just do?
No, I just
Is this kimchi?
So what's included here? Let's unbox everything first before we get anything. So here's a little bit of a teaser for you guys on what we have.
You go ahead. While we open that up. So, yeah, like I said, this is the podcast led by, of course, your Oasis boys. But I'm sure you guys are all familiar as well with Oasis, which is our podcast led by the girls of Oasis. So, we're trying to do our own little spin on things and see what, we have to offer to you guys. So we're taking out some of the food right now. We got some some rice, of course.
I'll put it on the side and open it.
We're Filipino. We got to have the rice. We have some kimchi. Shout out to the Korean culture. You feel me? We love kimchi out here. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. I can eat kimchi at any time. See what else we got. We haven't even got to the chicken yet, so we're trying to.
It's at the very bottom.
Get that out.
Sorry. Ooh.
Oh.
You guys want more rice or?
We'll give it one right now. We'll give it one. We just want to see the chicken first, and we get into our little conversation about things. Let's see what we have here. I don't know what they ordered, so we're gonna see. It's pretty wet, Paul. Okay.
What?
What?
It's moist. It's very moist. It's very moist. Okay.
Do you like it dry or moist?
Definitely moist. We like it very moist.
So I guess this is what the boys talk about. You like it moist?
Yo, hold on, wait. You got any tissues? I got. Okay.
Well, actually, we have tissues.
Do we have tissues? Because I kind of got some stuff on my hand.
I mean, like,
Okay. We're off to a blazing story.
Oh, here.
And we do have tissues here. So I see some what is this? Is this how do you say it? Yang
Yang?
The spicy.
Why are you pretending like you don't know how to say it?
I'm working on my my Korean now. Hold on. You know what? You open this. Well, yeah, open this.
Sorry, boss.
But anyways, I guess we just get the conversation rolling, right? I mean, what else? What's there to talk about? I mean, right now, actually, as we're filming this first episode, what's today's date? June 24.
Yep.
Which is actually the lower. What is it? Lower finals. That's what they call it. Lower finals of
finals?
Masters Tokyo. So we got EG going up against. Okay, Paper Rex, of course, our APAC representative. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with VCT as much. I've been watching all the games. Games have been crazy. I'm sure you guys have seen KAIN from EDG.
Oh, did you see KAIN's monitor?
The classic. That's the iPad tilt.
It's
That's
the
what we call
iPad
it.
tilt.
He's going crazy with the tilt.
Would you be able to play like that?
I'm him, so I can play on any tilt. You know what I mean? Really, I should be there in Tokyo right now, but the teams didn't want it to be too imbalanced with me on the team. So yeah. I was supposed to be playing there, but so yeah.
Fact or cap?
Fact or cap?
Anyways, I'm speaking of the food that we got. We finally unboxed it, so it seems like we do have Yangnyeom flavored chicken. We also have Jack Daniels, and I believe we also have some snow cheese, but I'm not sure if that was.
Then we got Jack Daniels.
Oh, the snow cheese is not here.
Oh shoot, yo! Wow, first episode. Not gonna lie to you guys, it looks like we're missing some chicken.
There's 5 though. Oh, 6. Sorry.
Looks like we might be missing part of our order, guys.
You can just
But this is how you start a podcast, you know? Hey, everything.
So we're missing some chicken.
We're actually missing some chicken. We'll have to figure this out. But anyways, I mean, you guys can take a bite first. I'll try to
Right?
just lead us on, so you guys get to try our chicken here.
What flavor is this?
I'm
That's the
guessing it's
Yangnyeom.
the Yangnyeom, yeah. And then this
When
is
was the
Jack
first
Daniels.
time? When is the first time you've tried learning how to use the chopsticks?
I mean, I grew up in Japan for most of
I mean,
this.
okay, like
when I
what
was like
what-
2009.
So what was like your process for like learning about chopsticks?
Hold one like a pencil and then just add the other one, and it's just like you just kind of
It's just
click your
bala.
fingers together. Yeah, it's like
Nah,
it's
that's true.
it's like breathing. I don't.
Nevz, you can go eat, man.
You eat. Let's see.
I was
Get
just
your bites.
listening
Go,
to
go,
you
go. I
guys.
want you guys to get your bites sucking. I don't want there to be dead air, so I want to talk while you guys eat, try to get your reactions.
It's a good game.
We want to get the sounds.
I'll get the JD first.
Uh,
You know, we love some
good.
alcohol.
it's good. It's good.
Oh, if you guys want some kimchi as well.
Of course. Yeah, like back to like VCT. Like I've been really impressed with what they've done so far in Tokyo. This is the first like international event of the year. First of only supposed to be two. Oh, I mean, if you don't include lock-in, there's only two, right? One Masters and then Champions.
Damn store here.
I mean, I don't. Are we including LCQ? I mean, each region has their own LCQ. But anyways, the presentation's been super good, right? All the graphics, everything they've done from the intros. They've even had like vlogs and stuff of like the different things, even from the regular season in APAC. I know the players from PRX went out with the players DRX. They got to see the Korean culture, and then of course now it led up to Tokyo. So of course we have some of our own Oasis people there as well.
Oh yeah, we
Which
do
is
have
great.
we do have Fluffy02 as well there, and Chris Ray. They were able to visit Masters as well, and honestly, like speaking of like the presentation of VCT, I actually like the way they dive a little bit more onto the players as well and their experiences. I believe it was also back then in. I think they only started doing this during Champions, right? Because the first Masters Reykjavik, they didn't really dive into each player because some of them were already like known creators as well. But then now that there are new people added to the pool as well, and of course our APAC representatives PRX. So now knowing more about their background, like where they came from or how they started out and how it feels to be competing in high caliber games internationally as well, it's pretty cool. And knowing that Valorant is such a like a relatively new game compared to other tactical shooters like Counter-Strike, right, which has been going on for at least a decade now. So there's more experience to it, and knowing that they can pull off this type of production, it's actually exciting as well for the development of Valorant and esports in general, actually. So it's nice to see that they're adding more content for, especially in esports like this. It's getting a lot of like younger ones to get into esports as well, but hopefully in the right way. You know what I mean, in the right direction.
And it's like you bring up like some of them already being creators, which is obviously we're all creators here as well. For me, like I'm sure you guys have seen like CGRS from PRX,
Cigarettes.
kind of his story and how cool it's been. So he was signed on as like the 6th man of PRX, but like really, from what most people say, I don't know if it's true. I mean, it could be speculation. Thank you for the plates, by the way. We had no plates. We were just eating straight out of the box. But a lot of teams, not just PRX, but most of the teams in other regions, they basically signed on a player for a 6th, not really intending to play them. It's just more to to follow Riot's rules. So for CGRS, there was like really no intention of actually playing him this much, especially at like an international event. So to see him going crazy, I'm sure you guys have seen the clips or seen some of the highlights. Him coming up huge against like NRG and all the other teams they've won against and clutching it up. And now to see them in the grand finals with a sub, and they're missing arguably their best player. Something is literally one of the best. He's probably the best duelist in APAC right now. I don't know if you can even argue
I
it.
think so, yeah.
We've seen him on Jet. We've seen him pull out Reyna even on Bind, and he was just completely.
I think that was one of the times that they'd be surprised because
Yeah.
PRX, or rather, I'd like to think that probably only APAC teams would decide to pull out a Reyna.
Yeah, I think she had a 0% pick rate. I'm thinking through all the regions.
Yeah, because they'd rather either, if they're ever going to pull out a double duelist comp, they might as well go with Jet, Raze, or like Yoru.
Actually, the only
PRX
agents that
pulls out
were
Yoru.
actually the only agents that weren't picked were Yoru and Reina, and both
PRX picks both. of
yeah,
them.
both pick PRX.
PRX is that's why they've gained so much fans and popularity. Is just their way of kind of playing the game is very different from everyone else. They just love to go crazy and do their thing, which kind of works to their benefit. But yeah, I mean we have Masters going on. Best of luck to the both teams. Of course. We'll probably catch up and watch some of it later. See how it goes. It is a best of 5 for these final 2 series of Masters. But good luck to both of the teams.
Did you guys see that? I think Dubstep was the one that tweeted something, or rather, he said something on like a Discord message or a group message where he was like, "Oh, how do like different international teams like use their utilities or play esports?" Right?
Yeah,
where
from
he's like,
a long time ago.
Yeah. So NA is more of like strategizing, like team strategizing, and then like I think EU is more
No, other way.
Oh, other way.
EU is more strategic, more slow in their pace. NA is kind of more hectic and kind of just go do whatever.
Yeah.
But APAC is like
Chaos.
Like
Press
pure
W.
chaos. Just
Yeah,
hold
whatever
W and do
works.
whatever works.
Exactly. I mean, most of the times, let's be honest, in our ranked games,
Yeah.
most of our ranked games,
That
it's
is-
kind of something like
That's
that.
how
so.
Asia plays. They just love to. And it's not even just limited to APAC. I mean, obviously, we've seen now China in Masters too, like EDG.
Oh
and
yeah,
KAIN.
EDG.
Bro, I think arguably they play just as aggressive as PRX and the rest of APAC. So it's fun to see like these international events because you get to see how different teams from different regions play and how they match up. Because it's always hard to determine one team better than the other because play styles make matchups, and that goes for any game in any sport. So
It's a cool thing actually that they also get sent to like they get sent before the event early, so at least they can run
Yeah.
up some games in competitive in their own server, right? So for example, when they were sent out for Korea as well, like they were able to play in Korean servers, so they might have an idea on how they have
people
like that
play.
rank experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of similar as well to how there are some creators or rather coaches now, even in League of Legends, right? You see some of the people like playing in NA servers, EU servers, and exclusive Korean servers as well, right? And all of that, and then they just see how much, just like how okay, another like digression to another topic. If like League of Legends has like let's say the main goated like or rather aspiring like gamers in League of Legends are Koreans. How about in Valorant? Who do you guys think are like, in your opinion?
So I mean, I was having this debate with my friends the other day. I do think NA has, in terms of the general I guess skill of the teams, I think NA has the best right now. A lot of people would say like EU or EMEA, at least in the pro scene. But if you really look at it, I mean, all the other teams from EMEA have already been eliminated, and they've kind of looked shaky except for Fnatic. Like Fnatic looks like, I think Fnatic is on a different level compared to everyone else. But if you look at all the NA teams, I mean, Energy, yeah, they just got eliminated, but they looked good. Obviously
yeah.
EG and who's the other NA representative? I'm blanking out here.
NA representative.
Yeah, EG, Energy, and who am I missing?
Loud.
Loud.
Yeah, right.
That was an upset. No one expected Loud to get eliminated in the first, like the lower bracket of the playoffs to EDG, no
To
less.
EDG.
And that just shows, like, it just shows you like how crazy the play
What's
styles are.
EDG in?
Edward Gaming.
No, was EDG in like previous or
They were in. So before this LAN, no team from China has won a single series at an international event. So EDG was the first one to not
first
only
one.
win a series but also make the playoffs and then win a playoff series. Like they basically made history for China in this LAN. So and there I studied. I'm a nerd when it comes to this stuff. So I studied all their formats and stuff for their tournaments, and they have like so many more teams competing in just one tournament than like the rest of the world. I think they have like 16 or 18 teams in a single tournament trying to compete for like a final slot in like champions. So they have a competitive region, and obviously EDG put them on the map. So yeah, I mean,
Speaking of pro scene, Nevz, have you ever thought of becoming a pro player?
Yeah.
For what?
It was back in high school.
For what game?
Dota.
Dota?
Yeah, that was Dota 1.
Oh,
oh, not even two.
Not even 2.
Frozen Throne.
Yeah.
How about is there okay? So since you've been playing a lot of Warzone, right? Like prior to Valorant, was there anything about the esports scene of Warzone, or is there anything that's been like rather than Valorant? Because I'm pretty sure because us we're mainly like
Yeah.
Valorant. Talaga.
Yeah.
Unless you've been playing more Valorant now, huh?
No, I've been playing more Valorant now. Honestly, Warzone to me is dead. Like there's literally zero support in Asia. Like
Yep.
almost all tournaments are no, not almost. Like every tournament is
Yeah.
only NAEU, which is actually almost the same as Counter-Strike. That's why Valorant is really popping off here in Asia because Riot is like really supporting like Asia. The brands out here like Riot is in the events and stuff like that. As for Warzone, zero visibility.
Wala
Yeah.
talaga.
Yeah. Even Counter-Strike, wala.
I mean, that kasi I remember na back then when I wanted to quote and unquote go pro as well in the CSGO scene, there were like tawag dito. They had small qualifiers here in the Philippines, but then they didn't really have like when we do have like our representatives before, like for example Brand Esports, Archangel, right, all of those, when they start going to the Asia Pacific scene, they never really made it. So after all of that, you know, the typical thing that happens, they'd probably be looking free agent again or like later on just disband, and after that they're just out of the picture already, and then it just goes back to the scene of NAEU. Tas wala na.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. I mean, that's why I appreciate how much effort Riot has put into Valorant in our region, not just our region but our country specifically. Because I mean, even if you take a look back at say League, I mean the Philippines. I think Mineski made it season 2. I think
Season 2,
Worlds, and ever since then we've never even sniffed close to another. Like not even in the realm of thinking of trying to play not even just international, even just like regional in like APAC also.
It's okay. We have Dota.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have Dota.
that.
We have Dota.
So I mean,
Better game.
like that's the thing. Like it shows that we have the talent to compete in these games, not just FPS or MOBA, but like we have that talent to get there. It's just these teams really need that support, and it's good to see that like a lot of the Valorant teams so far have gotten that.
You know what I think is making like Philippines be put into like into esports rather than just Valorant or rather any PC game. I like to think it's mobile games.
Oh yeah, I think pretty sure that's number one still for our
That's
country.
number
Like,
one.
it pretty
Yeah.
much dominates.
It's
our
more
country.
accessible to people as well because not everybody has
Yeah, it is true.
PCs at home. That's
That's
why the
Plus,
Philippines.
internet is an issue here.
yeah. Well,
I remember before I used to laugh at people who are like, "Oh my God, PLDT is something," and then now I'm just like, yeah, sometimes it's a bit buggy, so we don't really have the best internet here, but
that's what it is.
country is.
Philippines #1. It's more fun in the Philippines.
Now to like kind of piggyback off that, kind of switch up topics a bit, but on the topic of internet. So, the Philippines has had a lot of concerts going on in the last few months, and also upcoming. Now, I'm sure you guys have seen like a lot of what's going on Twitter. It's not what you're thinking. I'm gonna bring up Taylor Swift because now my sister is a big Swiftie. I have a bunch of friends that are Swifties, and she just announced another like leg to her tour. So she announced a bunch of concerts that she's planning on doing in these next few months going into next year, and the Philippines isn't a part of that. So I'm sure you guys saw the people, the outcry on Twitter and stuff, and a lot of people were kind of very upset. And I don't think her fans were specifically upset at her. I think they were more, they were more kind of upset at the fact that I guess maybe organizers here weren't able to get her, all that, or that kind of thing.
Do you think it's because there's also a lot of upcoming concerts here, like I don't know, Bruno Mars?
No, I mean,
or,
because
like,
her tour dates are going into next year, like late next year, like
late next
March.
year. Oh,
yeah, it's like
2024.
she's going to Singapore. That's one of the closest countries to us that she's going to, and that's in like March of next year. So that's such a long time. But the biggest problem is logistically she just can't have her sets here. Because I don't know if you guys have seen her stage. So I wasn't sure either. So I looked it up and everything. And her stage is massive. So like
her stage is crazy.
like the typical K-pop concert where there's like obviously the main stage and then there's like a catwalk that goes into a front extended stage. Her front extended stage is so like it's it would probably take up almost the entire like floor in like Moa Arena. Like it's massive, and then
shoot.
even past that is another like extended like catwalk.
So it's basically like 2 stages.
Yeah, it's like 2 stages, so it's really big. And even in people were trying to say like, oh, Philippine Arena has the same capacity as the stadium they're doing in Singapore, but if you need to like think about it not in how many seats it can fit, but like how the venue's set up. And the venue there, it's a stadium, so it's obviously a lot larger on the floor, so they can fit that stage. In Philippine Arena, someone did like a 3D model of it. They
actually fought for it.
The extended stage goes into like this, I think like the lower box sections already, because that's like the arena's
Not
not
huge.
Yeah. And I know Philippine Arena, there's an outdoor sports stadium, I think right next to it, that's like a 20K capacity. People are trying to say that, but it is difficult. And I feel for the fans that, you know, now if they really do want to see her on tour, they're gonna have to travel. And which, I mean, if you're a true fan, I guess,
That's true.
But actually, sometimes it's cheaper to just go abroad.
Exactly. It is.
That's why I love that you brought that up, because another concert, right? Twice, of course, me. I was out here going to war trying to get these tickets. They did sell out both days at Philippine Arena. I was able to get a lower box for day 2. I still want VIP, so we're gonna.
I told you it's SM tickets.
It
It was exactly like how it was during like 2019.
Yeah, it's tough, but it's very difficult for us because, like, for example, the most expensive ticket for us for Twice was 17,600, so 17,600. Now the most expensive ticket for Singapore was like 12,000, 12,500. So, I mean, it's kind of crazy to think that Singapore, their most expensive ticket is like 5K less than ours. So, not Singapore, excuse me, Thailand. So Thailand is like 5K less than ours. So, and even with like people reselling it and like selling it for more.
How much should the scalpers sell it now?
In the Philippines, a lot of them are selling for like 30K.
Okay.
I've seen some at like 45.
Oh yeah, 30. They were selling it at 30.
The thing
Okay,
is,
I'm going to Singapore.
yeah, or Thailand, because the people reselling it in Thailand, they're selling it for like the same price what it would be here for retail. So they're selling it around 17, 18. So if you get a flight to Thailand and just get tickets there, you're honestly spending less than if you were to pay your resale here for tickets, depending on, you know, how much you get it.
Plus the scalpers here are crazy.
Scalpers are crazy, man. They're, oh my, 45K. I messaged one for 45K.
45K?
I'm like, yeah, bro. I didn't reply. I'm like, hell no, I'm not paying 45. I love Twice, favorite
Not
group
that
all time.
much.
I mean, if I had the money, like, if money wasn't an issue, okay, sure, give me the ticket.
Bro,
but like,
45K is enough for me for the year. I'm kidding. But that's crazy actually. But
That's
I mean,
like 3 months of rent.
I guess like the best way if there are very like I guess super well off fans there that would probably just get that. They could probably like just wing it. But at the same time, you know, if you're smart enough, you could probably be like get it 2 or 3 days before, because they're probably want to be able to sell that anyway.
yeah.
So they probably lower the price down to at least like 23, 25.
Yeah, I'm trying to target like 25 and under. I'll budge.
What if someone was like, oh, 26?
Okay, I mean that's reason. If it's good seats, like if it's good, because even though it's VIP, there are some seats that are like it's so far now, like towards the back rows or sections.
It's kind of
where-
like lower
Oh,
box.
it's not standing.
No, it's all seated. That's why I was so surprised when they announced the tickets and the event, like the seating stuff, that it was a full seated
It was
event.
full seated, yeah.
Which I guess for safety, so that people aren't like overcrowding at the barricade. But
People are probably gonna stand up
it's
anyway.
yeah, people are gonna stand up regardless, and it's like
Knowing the crowd,
they knew a lot of people are gonna want to go. So I'm like, it sucks that they did seated because it limits the amount of people that can be on the floor. And it was crazy because I was in queue for every single day, and it was 4 days that they had queue, and I think it was 100K plus every single day for queue. It was I think it peaked at like 130K, which was kind of crazy. I knew they were gonna get a lot of people in queue. I didn't expect it to be 100 plus every single day like that. So
100K plus.
100K plus every day, 4 days straight, 100K.
Oh
so
my
I was
God.
like,
That's twice though.
yeah.
It's reasonable.
And it was sad because the lowest queue that I got on one of the days was like 7K, and that's like the worst I've ever had when it mattered the most. But
But
it is what it
But
is.
I heard that place, is it the Philippine Arena, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like in the middle of nowhere.
It's-
There's
yeah.
no transport.
It has to be
So-
Philippine Arena.
Yeah, like the thing is, if they were to go back to Moa Arena, they would have to have concerts there for like a week straight just
That's
to
true.
get everyone's demand. Because, I mean, I think their capacity. So obviously they set up the stages and the backstage and all that. I know 17 when they performed in Philippine Arena in December, I think their capacity was around 39, 40K. Because I know Philippine Arena goes up to I think 50 or 55 for like sporting events or other like concerts that don't have like bigger stages. So you can imagine that if they sold out both, if Twice just sold out both shows, you can put it around 40K each, so 80K total. And I think Philippine Arena, or not Philippine, Mo Arena maxes out at maybe like 13 to 15K.
13 to 15.
13 to 15K. So if they wanted to fit 80K people, they'd have to have at least 4 or
Entire
5
week.
days. Yeah, an entire week. So it just wasn't gonna happen, even though it'd be, you know, the best because it's next to MOA, it's next to Conrad and other hotels and all that.
They
so.
had that years before though, but that was a time. But that was already crazy because there were a lot of people that
Yeah.
didn't get to go, like me.
Yeah, I wasn't even listening to K-pop.
Are you going
yet.
this time?
Oh well.
So is it gonna be twice that you're not going?
Okay, so here's the thing, right?
Twice that you won't see twice?
Here's the thing, right? Like I know Twice was like my first my first like K-pop group and all that. But I always know that there'll never be a time where I don't have a chance to meet them anymore. And probably in like better venues and better services, right? So, and obviously cheaper because money is still a problem, right? So it's really expensive. So I might as well just.
Dude, that's what I thought like before with Linkin Park. And what happened?
Oh.
Like in college, okay, I'm gonna see them when I have work.
Yeah.
If I have the money. If I can actually go watch them. And what happened to that?
Yo, Nevz, the age is showing.
Bro said Linkin Park.
Bro said Linkin Park.
It's literally the first CD I,
respect it.
bought.
Damn. That's honestly.
That's tough.
But that's what I was thinking as well. Cause okay, let's be honest, right? So
What if they break up?
I mean, that's always a possibility
it's always a
with groups.
possibility, yeah. But honestly, like I had to weigh my options, right? So I've already spent for K-verse, right?
Yep.
I've already spent for K-verse. I've also spent for NMix, which we're seeing next week.
Yes,
by the
sir.
way.
1 week.
So 1 week left until we see NMix as well. And then recently, Taeyeon also announced
Solo concert.
her solo concert again in Manila. And man, I love Taeyeon and all that. Plus, there are other concerts as well that's been announced. I don't know. It's like what concert year? It's crazy because it's also after after they allowed everything from the pandemic. So I think everyone is just rolling out for their tours. So we also have Kepler and Mamamoo, and then
today, Bruno Mars is performing in Philippine Arena today
right.
and tomorrow. So I'm really sad because Bruno Mars is like one of my like all-time favorite artists. Not just like not even just like Western artists, just like in general. He was probably the last, like, before I got into my whole K-pop stuff and all that, he was like the last Western artist that I was listening to a lot because his album with Anderson .Paak, Silk Sonic, they dropped that on the same day that Twice dropped their album back in 2021. So that was kind of like my last album that I was like die hard listening to every day on repeat until I fully got into K-pop. But yeah, it sucks because I won't be able to go to the Bruno Mars concert. I don't know if you saw him in Korea because he just came from Korea.
oh, the
as
one
well.
in Korea is crazy.
He was that was a great
Bro,
performance.
imagine Laser FM just singing in front of you.
Not just that, bro. It was like
There are a lot. They're not just them.
he had members from BTS. He had literally almost every K-pop group you can think of that's like in Korea currently. They were at the Bruno Mars concert.
Filipino pride.
Filipino pride. That's our boy. Shout out Bruno Mars.
I mean, other than that, so I had to like weigh my options, right? If I were to spend for Twice, right, regardless, what's my budget for the rest of the like other
You could actually watch a lot more.
I could
artists.
probably like watch a lot more, and I don't know how I don't know, but like I guess the thought of like having a lot of people in Philippine Arena and then just seeing all of the, well, there are a bunch of issues also that they had with Philippine Arena, especially during SVT's concert or 17. So I don't know. I probably wouldn't want to risk that. I'd rather just go to something that's like a smaller form factor before I start diving into that. And if ever I do, I'd want to have it in like Japan.
yeah, they're going there in December. Oh, shit. I wanna go in December.
You're going to Japan just for
I'd love to. It'd be nice. But like, so for me, Twice is that one, artist that I would overspend for. For you guys, who is that artist like right now or like just all time that you would find money and overspend just to see them live? Any, like, is it Linkin Park? Is it Linkin Park for you still? It probably
It's
is.
still Linkin Park.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be honest, it's probably either Taeyeon still
Yeah.
or Eunji from A-Pink, because she never had a concert here. They never went to
Yeah.
the Philippines ever. So if ever they do come back here, it's always gonna be nice. And I don't know, like the time that I think now that they're going to a lot of solo cons, it's more intimate and it feels better with people just singing along. Excuse me, just singing along to some of their songs. So I mean, other than that, before I'd probably say 100% twice, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that it's really hard to try and get into a lot of these things, especially knowing like how much inflation has like affected the Philippines and everything
And
in general.
scalpers.
I mean,
And scalper. I mean, we've seen scalpers like a lot of times already. But the thing is, if you think about it, there's just way better options to have like internationally, right? No matter how much you want to pay for it. Like I'd like to think, especially when I found out the first time that I found out that Taeyeon was going here again for K-verse, even though it wasn't. I still say that I thought it wasn't worth it because it was like 4 or 5 songs with 3 different groups with aespa, right?
Yep.
So it felt bitin.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not gonna say it felt bitin. It really was bitin. But they were asking for like solo cons for everything, and all 3 of them already announced solo cons for it, right? So apart from that, I'd still like to think that that soul experience coming in from them, especially with that one artist, you'd always want to have that. So like another one would probably be IU.
Oh yeah.
Definitely, because IU's concerts are always great. And yeah, I guess I just like, I guess I'm done with the whole like member per member thing, like a whole group cause. I think I'm probably done with that phase because I've already had that. So I'm probably at the part where I'd want to have like an intimate concert with like just a solo artist, because I don't know, I guess it also just feels great knowing that they're probably playing some of the songs with that everybody would just probably know. Yeah. I mean, we do have that for groups as well, but then you do realize that sometimes you'd be like, have you ever had that feeling where someone like paid like a much more expensive seat for you and they're just like,
they don't know what's going
on. They're not utilizing it. It's so sad, but I mean, either way, concert experiences will always be the best. And
now, while we've been talking, we have been munching down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just,
well, anyways,
I've been just eating the whole time.
He's been munching
I'm
down.
hungry, dude.
I'd like to say I think we thought the food was good
It's
because
good.
We have gone through most of it. So
I love chicken.
I mean,
almost all of it already. Actually,
which one did you like better? What's the other one?
Jack Daniels.
and I'm
and sadly the snow cheese is gone.
So yeah, we're missing our snow cheese, which is one of my favorites. But I like the I mean, they're both good, but I'm biased to my Korean flavors, so I like the yangnyeom.
I've always liked the yangnyeom. It's just that I think I've had too much of the yangnyeom already.
Gets.
Nah, what's the English word for umai?
No, umai. This is great. I'm testing my
umai.
Just getting tired.
Yeah,
of
getting tired of
too
the
much.
same
Yeah,
thing.
You're getting sick of the same thing. So I was probably at that phase already, and then so I'd probably say Jack Daniels.
For me, I actually love both.
Both?
Like
Equal?
I thought about 24 Chicken just last year when I got to Manila.
Mm.
Because I don't know how long this has been in Cebu already. Like this has been in Cebu for not too long, I think. I just found out on Grab as well. Like
There's
when I
24
got
Chicken
back,
in Cebu?
Yeah, oh, there's 24 Chicken in Cebu. Okay, I'm gonna order this.
It's good.
But
24 Chicken popped off a lot, huh?
Yeah, last few
Huh?
years.
How old is the brand?
Good question.
24 Chicken was out, I think, when I just entered college, so around 2015, 2016.
Damn.
But during that time, it was only available in Taft, as far as I remember, right? It was only available in Taft. And then, obviously, because there were a lot of students and people who lived in Taft that enjoyed it, because they could just easily order it, right? And then, that's it. Like, they just started branching out. And obviously, when when you have really good food, you'd want to franchise. So, I guess it really just popped off around that year. And then from Coca-Cola Machida. But so what happened was when 24 Chicken actually expanded in Taft, they started having more stalls or stores rather in Taft area pa lang. And then as soon as that happened, they started going around in Metro Manila already. And then after that, they wanted to people that were coming in from different regions as well. They were like, "Oh, this is really great," and people would actually visit for thank you. People would actually visit for 24 Chicken Line to just go back. But now they're like, "Oh, why do we have to ask the people to come here to try the food? Why don't we just bring it out?" And Now 24 chicken is even in Cebu. That's I didn't even know that. I
You know,
didn't know that.
I just knew about it.
When
like,
did you find out? When did you find out?
Probably this year when I went back to Cebu because I was
Wow.
in Manila for like couple of months last year. So I just found about it like maybe the past 2 months. So I just found I was just looking for chicken. Then I saw there's 24 chicken in Cebu.
There's 24 chicken.
That's awesome. But
How you
what's
guys
your,
know?
what's your like go-to food during college?
Oh damn. Okay.
Like where did you go to school?
DLSU. So I was in Taft, mostly, and I think my go-to food a lot was. I'm such a cheapskate, so I was saving a lot of money, but also because the food was really good. So I love lutong bahay. So there was a small like karinderia that I used to order from before. There were two actually. So one is Ming's Tapsilogan. It's very small. Like not a lot of people know this. I like to think people in like in my dorm, UPAD, that was the only time that people knew about Ming's is because it's probably coming from like our room or the other room that knows. So it was just like two rooms that knew about it. And then the other one was Victoria Corazon's. So they all have lutong. They all have lutong bahay. But think about this, huh? So when I ordered from Ming's before, we ordered talong silog, hot silog, sisig silog. It's just all silog, right?
Yeah.
But talong silog was 40 pesos.
Ooh.
And it's one big Tupperware. And then after that, the hot silog and footlong silog was 50. Tap silog was 60. And then sisig was 55. So you just, you get two of those. That's 100 pesos.
Dude, that's so cheap.
It's
Like,
so cheap.
whenever
It was
I
like that.
come to Manila, like it's actually cheaper for me to like eat fast food than compared to when I go to carinderias. Like I
Wow.
spend there like 100 plus.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't think about
like
that.
every carinderia I go, I spend more than I would spend like at a fast food chain.
Is it because the prices are smaller?
Like in Cebu, it's way cheaper. Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
food, yeah. But when I come to Manila, everything is so much more expensive, especially the carinderia.
It's Manila. Yeah. That's why if you want to buy food, it's always the best to, try it out actually in the province or and anywhere else but Manila. But I mean, if you do find the small ones here, then I guess yeah.
Like it's so crazy to think that the lutong pambay is more expensive than
Yeah.
the fast food.
It shouldn't be, but
Should be the other way
it
around.
It is what it is. College, oh man, college. A couple years ago, what did I used to have? I guess my go-to was I went Henlin, so it was like
Henlin?
because I tried to not because that was like one of the cheaper options that we had. So I would always get the fried shomai, 4-piece rice, something simple. I think
Shomai
that was
rice.
like 90 or 100. It was all right. I mean, it wasn't too bad. 90,
Wait, what? I never thought that you would be a show my rice boy.
bro? I'm telling you, like for like at least
He
two.
looks like someone who would eat Western food all the time.
No, I would like.
Yeah, I'm Aljude. I like burgers.
I like burgers and pizza.
No, well, we had a KFC stall in our school for a while. But I was just never. I don't know, cause okay, like I grew up most of my life having to already have. I mean, I would bring stuff from home, so like my mom would like pack like Filipino food, but then I'd also have like sandwiches and like so like when I moved here, I'm not gonna have the same thing. Like I'm trying to try different stuff. So eventually, my friends put me on the Henlin Shomai rice, which was nice because it was cheap and obviously like I don't have work or ways to make money when I'm in high school or college. I wasn't working, so it's like
Very light.
yeah. So I was like, I would save money like that, and then I would use the money on like games and like NBA 2K and all that.
NBA
So,
2K.
some days it would just be like that. Like I'll eat that for an entire like 7-8 hour school day, and then the money I would just use on 2K.
Okay, when you guys were kids, what was like the what game did you spend the most on?
Oh,
Besides like Valorant or all of the other Steam games now that are coming out before.
Dude, I
League.
don't want to show off my age. Yeah, I think you guys don't even know this game.
What
Bet, what is it?
Tantra.
Oh my god!
Oh
Okay,
my
I don't know.
God,
I don't even know what that is.
Tantra?
I've never even
Tantra
heard of that.
online.
My
Is that an MMO?
titos play that, dude. What the hell?
Oh, I don't even know that.
Dude,
My
when you
titos
said
play
like
that.
you were going to the college 2015, like I graduated 2014.
Oh no, I went to college 2014.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's basically when I graduated.
Oh my goodness.
I finished 2014 out. I just finished middle school that year, so I was going into
Goddamn.
into grade 9.
So we have middle school
as you can
at
see-
2014, a graduate, and a freshman.
There's a big age or generation gap, I think, here. I don't know.
The Nevz.
At least I still look 25.
True.
You know what? Facts though. Facts. That's true.
Everybody who like asks my age, like, yes. Now, everybody says like 24, 25, 26.
I think I'm one of the people that asked. Like when you told me your actual age, I was like, what? No way.
It's
But
surprising.
It's very surprising because like you never expected it. But hey, it's nice that you're taking care of your health.
Young
And,
at heart.
It's all about the good food
Mm-hmm.
and eating right. But sometimes you gotta enjoy the stuff like this. So, I mean, what are you guys rating all the stuff we had? I mean, even the rice, the chicken, the kimchi. I give it a solid. What do you guys give it? All in all, I give it like an 8.5.
8.5.
Yeah.
So we're gonna rate it from 1 to 10.
What?
You know that TikTok?
Yeah.
But I probably I don't know. I've been eating 24 chicken since college, so
I don't know. Umay ka na?
I'd still say it's probably it's I'd say the same. Like around 8 to 8.5 out of 10. But the thing is, it really depends on which branch you get, because sometimes that's usually the case.
Maybe if we had the snow cheese, it'd be a 9. I think if we had the extra chicken that we're missing, that would be that'd push us to a 9. But how about you?
By the way, you
For
should get a refund
me?
for that.
We should probably get that refunded. We'll
Probably
figure it
get
out.
that refunded.
I'm really big into chicken, so I've tasted a lot of chicken. But with this chicken, parang bilis kong maumay. But it's still really good. It's still really good. I'd give it like a 7, 7.5.
Not bad.
It's nice that they have the options though to have them split.
Yeah,
Like this is the whole chicken one that they've split for Yangnyeom and Jack Daniels. But I'm pretty sure their most popular ones that they've always want other people to try out is, oh yo, you gotta try this Yangnyeom with garlic, whatever, and then the next one is Jack
the
Daniels.
garlic. Does this have garlic? I don't know.
No,
This
it
isn't.
didn't. It's just
We're
Yangnyeom.
missing the garlic. The garlic go crazy. Wait, huh? Oh, so I mean,
we're
just
missing
heard
one
something. We're
box,
also missing
basically.
garlic
We're
as
also missing
well.
garlic as
So
well.
we're not only missing chicken, we're also missing garlic. But that's not. We're not. The rating that we just gave is on the food itself. As far as the branch and
As for the service,
we're gonna have
Where's that
to-
shout out the brand?
I don't know which branch we got, but you guys kind of lacking a little bit. We'll have to drop you a little bit to like a 4 maybe. I mean, it got here on time, like the food got here, but we're missing a lot. So
Hey, that TikToker talks about customer service and
that's
everything.
true. I mean,
Like, customer service was great. I didn't have any problems ordering the food. So I'd give the customer service a solid 7 out of 10.
unfortunately, we had problems, so we're giving it a 4 on the branch service. So it
Out
is
of
what
10?
it is. 4 out of 10, yeah.
4 out of 10. They missed some of our orders, man. A 4?
You want to give it lower?
I'd give them.
That's
I'd give
true.
them probably like
That's that's
a
significant.
1 or
order.
2.
Yeah,
Dude,
you
they
know,
missed
yeah.
they missed a half chicken for snow cheese, and then
garlic.
the pricing.
We know how much this is.
Okay.
See, we're not paying for it.
Is it on the receipt?
Yeah, it's on
the
it's on the receipt. ×1 snow cheese chicken, half boneless chicken.
Yikes, dude! How much is it?
And then he got actually we did get Yangnyeom with garlic.
Where the garlic at,
So
bruh?
this is 562 and the Yangnyeom with garlic is plus 26. So around let's just say 600 for
Ooh.
the half whole chicken that's half. And then we have 300 for the half chicken for snow cheese. So this is a whole chicken.
300. That's like 3 show my rices from.
To me, that's 6 hot silogs, bro.
That's a lot.
That's 6 hot silogs. And then
Damn.
the rice, we have 138 for 6 rice. Not bad. And then we also have, I mean, it does come with, no, actually it doesn't because we ordered the whole one. And then we have kimchi at 200 for 4.
That's kind of. Is that kind of?
Okay, just saying, if you guys want to buy good kimchi, go
Just
to your
go to the-
local
just go to the
Korean
stores,
Yeah,
bro.
just go to your local Korean
Just
store.
go-
They give you a tub for at least 100 to 150.
Give you guys tips. If you guys want to get chicken, just get the chicken. Don't get the kimchi. Just get the kimchi at the store. You'll save money, get more, and that's that.
200 for this?
That's crazy.
For 4.
For 4.
Four?
That's still kind of pricey.
Like at our local Korean store, we get this like for free on top of your meal.
On top of your meal, that's true.
Food hacks. Well, we'll figure it out, I guess, in the next few episodes. We'll try to be more efficient with our money and hopefully not miss out on our orders for some of these branches. It is what it is. But yeah.
It's not our fault. It's not our fault, though.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, I mean, we've talked about a bunch of things. our stomachs are full. We got to eat some good food.
I'm pretty full, yeah.
And yeah, I mean, any final thoughts before you head out?
Hey, 24 Chicken, if you sponsor us, we'll forgive you,
Yeah.
especially your branch. Just saying, you know, we 8 out of 10. Want to make the customer service a
Get it
10
to a
out of 10?
9. Give us our order next time.
24 chicken. I'm big into chicken. I need my gains.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Fine.
I would love to have 24 chicken all the time.
And yeah, I mean, I can't end this episode without saying happy birthday to not birthday, but she debuted a year ago. Pop. I had to. I just had to fit that in there. Of course, I'm here. I gotta fit that in the podcast. I get to, we get to talk about what we want. I'm talking about that. Yes, Nayan debuted a year ago. Pop. Anyways, that's gonna pretty much wrap up our episode. Like I said, got to talk about a lot of things. Had a bunch of good food. Missing some, but it's okay. And yeah.
Do we get dessert?
If you guys have anything to suggest for us as well, to all the Spotify listeners as well, and those who are watching on our social media, where it is, if you guys have any topic that you guys would want us to talk about as well over food, and
we
or
can
other
try it out.
food that you'd want us to try,
Yeah.
make sure to comment them down below, or just suggest them in threads, or rather in the comment section, wherever you guys find this video, or if you're listening to Spotify. And yeah,
That's it.
Yeah, so if you guys want to catch us on any of our socials, you can find us at Oasis Gaming on pretty much any social, right? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I mean,
OasisGaming.gg.
OnlyFans.
What?
wait a minute. Not sure we're on there yet.
Not sure.
Not yet.
Not yet. Hold on.
Not yet.
Oh, yes. Hold on.
What?
I like to refract. What's the word?
Retract.
Retract my statement from the record, guys. Food coma. We're tired. Anyways, appreciate you guys listening wherever you're listening from, and hope to catch you on the next one. My name's AljudeG.
Name's DancingCorgi.
And Nevz.
I'm gonna catch you later. Peace. Bye.